What's up, everybody? I have a download that I would like to share with all of the real empaths of the world. And I hope this message really helps a lot of people. The download that I got is that more than likely, if you are an empath, you are being severely cheated, undervalued, and underpaid in numerous situations. If you are an empath, you are more than likely not being treated fairly. You're not being compensated in a way that is commensurate to who you are and what you have to offer as a person. So more than likely, if you are an empath, you are being cheated, shortchanged, gypped. Because empaths are usually naturally compassionate, humane, concerned about the feelings of others, you often prioritize other people's sentiments over your own. As an empath, you are often very much invested in other people's feelings, very concerned about other people's well-being. So because you prioritize the sentiments of others over your own wants, needs, and feelings, you often get shortchanged. You don't get what you're worth. I'm talking about in friendships, relationships, careers. I'm here to tell you, you are not being paid fairly. You are not being treated fairly. You are not being celebrated, honored correctly. And when you leave these situations, when you leave these scenarios, you are going to open up opportunities for you to be paid fairly, treated correctly, regarded correctly. And here's the kicker. They know they're underpaying you. They know they're not valuing you according to what you're worth. They know you're getting the short end of the stick. They're just hoping that you won't catch on, or that you don't realize what's happening. Or if you do realize what's going on, that you're just not willing to do anything to change the present circumstance. Well, in addition to giving you information, I'm also here to provide a solution. So what is the solution to this? You ready? Leave, exit, bounce, dip, get out. That's right. Leave the situation, leave the job, leave the relationship, leave the friendship. Yeah. Now you're probably saying, well, when should I leave? When should I make this big exit? Well, that is an additional service I provide because that is an astrology question. The correct time, also known as divine timing, the best day, the best season to do something. We can look at transits, we can look at charts and figure that out. But again, that's a different service and a different video. So if you're interested in knowing the best time to execute something, let me know and I can look at that. But yeah, the point is there are opportunities that await you where the money is better, the treatment is better, the vibe is better, and everything is better aligned with the quality of person that you are. Now, this message is not for the narcissists of the world who have been overpaid and overvalued for everything, fooling everyone into believing that you're worth more than you are, that you're more accomplished and more skilled than you are, that you bring more to the table than you really do, or fooling people into thinking that you're more needed and more necessary than you really are, when in actuality, it's just that you're more manipulative, more cunning, more intimidating, sometimes even a bully, so you know how to demand what you want. Yeah, you're overhyped, overbooked, overpaid, and people have figured it out. So yeah, your day is coming. I'm not talking to the narcissist. This message is not for the covert narcissists or the pseudo empaths who present like they're conscious or cognizant of other people's feelings and have pure hearts and intentions and only want for the good of others. But in actuality, they're just as manipulative as overt narcissists. Their manipulation tactics are just a little more covert and backhanded. But this message isn't for them either. This message is for the genuine empath who has been placing other people's needs and other people's wants before their own. And in the process, they are being shortchanged and undervalued. This message is for the empaths who have been using empathy in a way to be concerned for others, but in the process, you have been negating yourself. And speaking of gaslighting and manipulation, these people who are underpaying you at the job, these people with whom you are in these relationships and they're not treating you correctly, they know that they are doing this. And they often manipulate you by saying, well, I'm not getting paid what I'm worth either. I'm making a sacrifice as well. Lies. Or there's the guilt trip that they often use, saying, this is a sacrifice for the greater good. There's a larger cause at hand. And, it's best that we all just take shorts. We all take losses because, it's for the greater good. Lies. They are greedy, dishonest, and more than likely they are trash. And when you move on from these situations, you are going to become an energetic magnet to other people, places, and situations who will honor you, compensate you, who will regard you in a way that is a match to the person that you are on the inside and out. In these newer situations, your value will be finally recognized. You will be correctly compensated. And I'm talking about whether this is money related, intimacy, sex. It doesn't matter what it is. But if you don't change your mind first, if you don't wake up and realize that you're being shortchanged, you will not be a vibrational equivalent to these other people, places, and situations where you could be cashing out, sitting pretty, leveling up, blowing up, whatever it is. So how do you walk away? How do you exit that situation? How do you leave that relationship? There's not one way to do anything. You have to rely on your better judgment to determine the best course of action or strategy you want to use to move forward. What inspired this message is that I realized that the most powerful people in the world are often acknowledged and heavily compensated for their power, not necessarily their gifts or their talents. I'm going to say that again. I realize that the most powerful people in the world are often heavily acknowledged or compensated based upon the power they exude, not necessarily these gifts or talents that they have that are better than anyone else. Powerful, confident people just refuse to sacrifice. They refuse to be undervalued. And that's what gets them paid. That's what gets them the relationship they want. That's what gets them in the circumstances where they seemingly are receiving more than you or doing better than you. It's not necessarily that they are better than you or that they're worth more than you. They just refuse to accept anything that is not equivalent to what they are worth. They just often take a stance where they assert their power, and that gets them what it is they want, even if it's not what they're rightfully worth. Gone are the days when empathy is considered a weakness that other people can exploit. Empathy is a superpower, a very underutilized superpower, because the majority of the people in the world do not have the capacity to show concern, care, or empathy. So empaths are severely outnumbered in this world. But gone are the days when people see your empathy as a weakness used to treat you less than who you are and to give you less than what you are worth. It may be a little unnerving to think about how you're going to exit that situation, leave that job, leave that relationship, or what have you. But the truth is, when you take that first step, knowing that as an expression of divinity, you deserve better, you're worth more, the universe is going to meet you at that next level and assist you in whatever way you need assistance to bring about that new reality. The universe wants you to take that first step. And that first step does involve you realizing that your ability to care and your ability to support and nurture others shouldn't have you accepting less than who you really are and what you are really worth as far as your value. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this helps someone. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I intend to do a lot more videos like this, sharing downloads and information that I feel can be very advantageous to lots of people, because many people I'm sure can relate to this situation that I spoke about in this video. I'll speak to you soon. Good luck.